Hello viewers, welcome to Quick Coder. My name is Tulsi. Today's topic is how to implement stack using linked list in Java. So let's get started. Okay, so let us discuss what is a stack first of all. So stack follows LIFO mechanism. LIFO is nothing but last in first out. Let me write that. Last in first out. Okay, so likewise stack provides some operations like push, pop, and peek and is empty. These are some of the methods that we actually implement on this stack. So like push, pop, and peek. Push is actually used to insert the element into the stack. For example, if this is the stack, if you want to insert some elements into the stack, then you will call push method with some data. And if you want to remove the element, for example, I pushed 1, then I pushed 2, then I pushed 3. So I want to remove that means I want to call this pop method. Pop method usually removes the top element which is last inserted. So first of all I inserted 1, then 2, then 3. So if I call the pop method, then last inserted will be first out. That is what this is. Last in, first out. And peek. Peek means nothing but, so this 3 is removed from the stack. Now peek actually returns the top element. It does not remove the top element. It just return with the top element like 2 and is empty. So this all methods, to implement these all methods, we also have some important one, that is top. This top actually always like implies this top element. Okay, so if the stack is empty, then this top will be here. So if you inserted some element, then just point to the top element. Okay, like this. Now, let me discuss about what is the linked list. So, linked list is a set of nodes. Okay, set of nodes. So, what is a node? Node is actually consists of two parts. One is the data part. So, this actually contains the data part, and this is the address to the next node. Okay, address of next node. Okay, this is the normal structure of the linked list. Okay, and head always points to the first node and last always points to the null. Okay, this simple structure of linked list. Now what we are actually doing is we are implementing this stack using the linked list. Okay, so how can we implement that? Now let me go into the coding. In parallel we can also discuss how we can implement. Now let me start coding. So first of all we want to create a folder. So let me name that folder as stack using linked list. Sorry, linked list. Okay, I created a folder. Then I want to create the file name node.java. Because why I'm creating is actually as I discussed before, like linked list is a set of nodes. Node is actually contains two parts. One is a data part and another is the address to the next node. It stores the address of the next node. So this is not a predefined data type. We have to define it. Means that is a user defined data type. A user defined data type can be made using these classes. So now what I want to do is I want to make a class like public class node, and in this class, so what node actually contains is one is data part and other is the address of the next node. So node, let me declare it as next. Okay, let me save this. Now I want to create some like another Java file which actually like stack using linked list dot java. Yes, that's fine. So this is stack using the linked list. Now what am actually doing is, so whenever someone is creating object to this, we have to get the top one. So which actually points to the top element. Am I right? So node top is equal to, let me declare it as null. So initially that will be null. Now, what are the functions I want to implement? Okay, these are the some of the methods that I want to implement. First of all, let me implement the push method. Okay, so what's actually the push method? How can we implement this is, okay, let me show you an example. So for example, this is a linked, sorry, stack. this is a stack and there is a linked list. So no node is created. So this is stack and this is linked list. So for example, what are the operations are? The first operation is to push the 10. Okay, 10 is pushed. So what we have to do in linked list? So first of all, we want to create a node. Then we want to put the 10 as the data. Now we want to point out this top because initially the top is pointing to null. So null. So now we want to point out this top to this node. Okay, that's fine actually. So again I want to push the 20. So now I can push the 20. Now the top is pointing to here. And in linked list I want to create a node with 20 as the data. And now I am creating this next is top. Okay, this next is the top one. And I am making this node as the top now. Okay, so what I am actually doing is this nodes next is pointing to the top. Now I am making this as the top element. Now again I want to push the 30. So 30 is pushed here. Then I am making this top to here. What I'm doing in linked list, I'm creating a node, then putting the data, then making this next to the top. Now making this as the top one. Now I want to pop. So okay, pop function we can discuss later. Now we want to implement the push method. Means how can I implement that push method? So first of all, what I'm doing, I want to create a node. How can I create a node? Node is equal to new node. I want to create the object to the node class. That's fine. Now I'm making this node dot data is equal to, so let me make it as x. Okay, now node dot data is equal to x. That's fine. Now what is the next step? First of all, we want to make this node dot next is equal to top. Now top is equal to node. So that these are the few steps we follow in the push method. Like, okay, so first of all we want to create a node, then make the data, or I mean assign the data to the node. Next make the node dot next is equal to top. Now make that node as the top. Okay, that's fine. So what are the operations that we do in the pop? So whenever we call the pop method, what is actually happening? So removing this top element and pointing this top to the this one. So likewise in linked list also, first of all what we are doing is, first of all we are assigning, sorry, first of all we are assigning this top to the top dot next. So what is top dot next? This one. So first of all we are making this top dot next, so that it will be, first of all this link will be removed. So from here onwards our linked list starts. Okay, that's fine. So this is the step we are doing. First of all we are assigning this top to the top dot next, then we are assigning this to top. Okay, that's fine. Let me make this, sorry. Okay, let me code this. So first of all, before assigning this top to the top dot next, first of all we have to check whether an element exists or not. So how can we check whether the element exists or not? If this top is pointing to the null, then our linked list is not created yet. So first of all, let me implement this stack like isEmpty method. So just return top is equal to null. It will return true if it is null, top is assigning to null. If it will return the false if the top is pointing to some node. Okay. So we are using this method here. So if is empty means if my stack is empty or my linked list is empty, then I want to just print, I want to print my, sorry, my linked list is empty. Okay, now what happens if it is not empty? Then I just want to assign my top is equal to top dot next. That's it. Very simple. Now what is the next method? The speak is also very easy, but what we are doing is we are just not assigning this top to top dot next because we are not removing this element. We are just printing that element. So the same thing follows as pop. But only one thing is, if it is empty, just we are returning the -1. Okay. If it is not empty, then we are just returning the top dot date. Just very easy. Now the last method, display method also is very easy. So what we are doing, for example, see this. This is our actual linker list that has created. Okay, so our my top is pointing to here. Let me take 1, 2, 3, and this is pointing to null. That's fine. So how can I print the data? So first of all, I will take a temporary node which is pointing to top, because the top must not traverse, because the top should be fixed here. So I'm taking a temporary node and assigning it, assigning the top value to it. Now what I'm doing is, first of all, again this temp also will pointing to this. Now I will check. So if my temp is not equal to null, I will print the temp dot data. Now my temp will be temp dot next, means here. Again, if temp is not equal to null, then I will print the data, and again my temp will be temp dot next. So again my temp is not equal to null, so I will print the temp dot data, then I will make the temp is temp dot next. Now my temp dot next is pointing to null, so I will stop the process. So I can use the while loop for it. It's simple thing. So how can I do is, for example, first of all, what is the first step? I want to create the temporary node and make a temporary node. Node temp is equal to uh, node temp is equal to top. Next, what I want to do, like while my temp is not equal to null. So what I want to do, I want to print the data. Let me do like the system dot print f percentage d like temp dot data. I'm printing that if it is not equal to null. Now I'm taking my temp to its next one. So temp dot next. That's also fine. Okay, this will actually return like this, like 2, 3. So at last it will not print anything. But okay, at last we can write here system.out.println. At last we can write like this for just beauty purpose, or otherwise no need. Okay, okay, that's fine. So this is actually the display method. Now what we have to create? We have to create a main method for this. So let me save this and let me create a main method. Let me name it as a stack adapter. Okay, stack adapter dot java. Okay, let me create a main method. In main method, first of all, I want to create an object for this stack using linked list class. So stack using linked list, and then like s is equal to new stack using linked list. That's fine. So first of all, I want to push some data. So see here, it is giving us push. So push data, I want to give some data like 1. Okay, that's fine. And again I want to call the same method with 2, and again I want to call the same method with 3. Now I want to see how my linked list is looking like, so I want to call the display method. That's fine. And now I want to pop the data. So after popping the data also, I want to look how my display method, like how my linked list is looking like. Now I want to get the peak element. Okay, that's fine. So these are some of the operations, and again I want to push some data like 4. Okay, I want to save this. Now I can run this. Okay, give me a second. Now what I'm doing is I want to run this data. It is taking some time. That okay. Okay, just I did not change my path. So the path is stack using linked list. Okay, now I can say java space stack adapter dot java. Okay, no errors. So java stack adapter. See here it is printing something. Okay, So okay, let me print it with the new lines. So here I can use like system dot out dot print and something like it as null, so that it will be printed in the next line. And also I want to change few things. Okay, to print the data, I want to put like this, like system dot out dot print because it is returning something. Like element is. That's fine. Okay, let me save this and let me run again. Okay, sorry. Save. Okay, no errors. So, stack adapter. Okay, it is printing something. Okay, let me check that. Okay, I have not saved this file. Sorry. We will run it. Okay, see, this is printing now fine. What we are doing now? Okay, so what we are doing now? So first of all, we are pushing the 1, 2, 3. See here, 3 to 1 because why it is printing like that means, see. So first of all, in the stack, 1 is pushed first, 2 is pushed first, 3 is pushed. So here we are representing this as, in the linker list, we are representing like this because 3, 2, 1. So that is the reason 3 comes first, 2, next one. Here actually the top present. Now we are calling the display method, it displayed the linker list. Now I am calling the pop method. Pop method actually popped is the top element. Now my linker list will be 2, 1, then null. Now I am calling again display method, so it is display. Okay. Then I am calling the peak element. Now what is the peak element? 2. So just peak element is 2. Now again I am pushing the 4. So it does not represent because I did not call the display method. So if I call the display method, then it will print. So let me call that display method also. Okay, let me save this. Now let me run again. Okay. Now see, again I'm like pushing the 4 so that 4 come at front. Okay, that's it. So this is the implementation of a stack using the linker list. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching this video. The coming up video is implement queue using linker list. So subscribe my channel to get the information about the new videos. Thank you. Thank you for watching.